Always make sure to clean the kitchen before you go to cooking and wash them dishes. Get that nasty out of there. Bite to you, Chef-O. Get you some Walker's Wood green seasoning, minced garlic, Jamaican style curry. You don't have to get mild, get regular. Whole pimento seeds, Scotch bonnet peppers or either Scotch bonnet pepper sauce, garlic powder. You want your Jamaican chicken buillion cube, Maggie, onion powder, ground black pepper. You want your some all-purpose seasoning by Grace, paprika. You want your some ginger paste, yellow onion, a red bell pepper. You want you some sprigs of fresh thyme. And you also want your green bell pepper, either a large russet potato or Irish potato, or 2 medium potatoes or several small potatoes, and 2 carrots. And let us get started. Yes. This is Jamaican style curry chicken. I have here 1 whole chicken diced up, the legs and the diced in 2, wings in 3, breasts and thighs diced up in 4s. And what you want to do is you want to clean that with vinegar and lemon juice or lime juice and rinse that off good and remove all the skin as much as the fat as you can. And dry it off, and now you're ready to go seasoning, baby. You want to go to dropping down in there. We got 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, a 1/4 cup of green seasoning, 1 teaspoon of paprika, and 2 teaspoons of all-purpose seasoning. You want to drop down in there. You're also going to put in there 1 teaspoon of ground black pepper, 2 teaspoons of curry powder, 1 whole tablespoon of your whole pimento seeds, and you want your 1 teaspoon of ginger powder. Now that's optional. And once you do that there, make sure you got your own some gloves, a bare hand, whatever you want to do. But you want to get your hands dirty. Drop down in there with your fingers and go to mixing everything in and getting it all incorporated. And this here is going to be full of flavor. Once again, this is Chef-O Jamaican style curry chicken, baby. And look at this here. Got that in the mixing bowl. Now the flat portion of the wing, you don't have to bother removing the skin from the flat portion of the ring. Excuse old Chef-O. You just remove the skin from the drum portion. Now in the heated Dutch oven, drop down in there with 2 tablespoons of curry powder and 1 to 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil and go to mixing that up. Now, this is referred to as burning your curry, and it's optional. You can do this without burning your curry, but it's up to you. But old Chef-O decided to burn his curry this time around. So you see that there, and what it does is it brings out the flavor and the aroma in that curry. So once we get that heated up, we want to go to dropping down in there with our diced up chicken pieces. They commonly dice up chicken in the Caribbean countries. So if you go to any type of Caribbean restaurant, whether it be Hispanics or Dominican, Puerto Ricans or Haitians or Jamaicans, commonly when you get a chicken dish, whether it be curry chicken, brine stew chicken, Spanish chicken stew and everything like that, the chicken be cut up. So if you want to cut up chicken and you don't know how to dice it up the right way yourself, go on to your Caribbean market, your Spanish grocery store, and go to the butcher and tell them you want to cut up chicken to stew. You want a stewing chicken. And they'll cut that thing up for you. But drop down in that oil, and after 3 minutes, flip them things over. You ain't cooking them all the way. You're just getting a good sear on the outside. As you can see, they got that dark brown color from that burnt curry. Sure do. Like, share, and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can stay tapped in as well. And once again, this is Chef-O's Jamaican style curry chicken, baby. Once you get all these flipped over, you want to remove these from the pan, and the old Chef-O had another batch to drop down. So I went to taking them fellas out. You want to do your best not to overcrowd the pan. Don't be putting chicken on top of the next chicken and then trying to mix it up with a spoon when you're searing and getting your color. Put a flat layer on there. Once they go to browning, 3 minutes on each side, you take them things out like so. And you see me go to replacing it immediately. If you need more oil on this step, put you a little bit more oil down too. Yes, yes, yes. Now once you do this here, and you flip this on the other side and they go that 3 minutes, you ain't got to remove these here. Just leave them down. You know, unless you got some more you got to sear. Leave them down. And as you're going to see in a couple minutes here, we finna add back our first batch over the top. But drop down over the top here. Yes, yes, yes. Old Chef O want to take the time out to thank all y'all that's been supporting the channel. All that time, over the course of a year, we was on our way to 1,000 subs, and now we at about 1,300 subs. Could have been way past that by now, but we grateful nonetheless. And we here for good, baby. No breaks this time. We rolling straight through. Yes, yes, yes. So appreciate all y'all for your support thus far on this here journey. Like I said, once again, like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay tapped in as well. And this here is Chef O Jamaican style curry chicken. Now, as you can see here, we done got that other batch out the way, and we're flipping these over here. And at this point, we done with all our searing and everything, all our chicken pieces, and we're ready to go to stewing. Now this here, probably all together, I want to say Chef O like to slow cook his meat, slow cook his food. Low and slow is the best to me, baby. But this here can be done in about 30 minutes. About 30 minutes. You know, you're going to cook these in little 15-minute cycles. Yes, yes, yes. 15-minute cycle. With old Chef O gonna let it roll a little longer than that. So as you see me drop over the top there, drop down with that first batch of our seared chicken and the pan juices and everything else that's in there. We're gonna put them right over there on the top, and we're gonna take hot water. Now the water gotta be hot, so if you got to heat it up on a stove and a kettle, whatever, and take that bowl that you marinated the chicken in and pour it in there, swerve it around and pick up any leftover seasoning that's in the sides of that pot and drop down in there. So I drop down in there with probably about 1.5 to 2 cups worth of hot water. Water got to be hot now. Well, I put about 1.5 to 2 cups worth of water in there, because old Chef O like a lot of gravy in his, and we finna roll on a low and slow. So we want extra water. Now once you put that in there, work them pieces down in there, put the top over there on that thing, and let it roll for about 15 minutes. Now here we are 15 minutes later, dropping down in there with 6 to 8 sprigs of thyme, a pinch of ground black pepper, or either a 1/4 teaspoon. And this is the perfect time for you to add probably about a tablespoon of ginger paste. Or if you got fresh ginger, you can add it in here too. Fresh is best, but ginger paste is good too, baby. Sure is. So once you drop down in here with these, you always want to put your utensil in there and mix it around. Look at that ginger paste. Look at this here. Look at this here. About a tablespoon worth of that. You always want to get everything all mixed in and incorporated, so it can cook well into your dish. Yes, yes, yes. Look at this here. You know, get that thyme down in there. Let it get wet up. That's gonna cook off. And remember, you're gonna have to fish them sprigs out. You don't want to be eating them while you're trying to enjoy your food. You want to fish them out at the conclusion of your cooking. Yes, yes, yes. Chef O Jamaican style curry chicken, baby. Put your top on your Dutch oven, and you're gonna let this here roll for about another 15-20 minutes. Old Chef O let it roll about 20 minutes. Came back. Then I dropped down in there with my carrots and potatoes that I done chopped up. What you ain't gonna see here is I also added 1 Maggi cube, chicken flavor. So Maggi is a company that makes bouillon. So I dropped down in there with 1 chicken bouillon cube made by Maggi. And I also put down 3 drops of Scotch bonnet pepper sauce. That Scotch bonnet pepper sauce is hot, baby. It's hot. You don't need too much of it. So you season the taste and use it accordingly. If you don't want to use the sauce, You can get you some real Scotch bonnet peppers. They be in your Caribbean grocery stores. They be red, they be green, they be yellow, they be orange. You might want to take them seeds out of there and don't be touching your eyes and everything else. And you can put that in the pot and let that roll too like that. But I prefer to use the sauce this time out because that's all I had. Now, once you let that roll for 15 minutes, you come back and you drop down in there with your onion, green, and your red bell pepper or whatever kind of bell pepper you're using. And you want to mix everything in and get it incorporated. Notice I never added no more water to this here dish because the chicken itself will release its own juices and moisture, and as the additives and the vegetables and herbs and everything cook down, it'll submerge itself in that water and chicken juice mixture. So you don't need to add all that water or broth or anything else. Everything will work itself out. Trust the process. They go all hot pepper sauce. I added just a couple more drops in there. Sure did. And you want to get that all incorporated, put the top back on your pot, and then you're ready to go, baby. Yes. And then this here is the conclusion of your meal. You just want to roll 15 more minutes on it and then you're through. 15 more minutes on that and there just to let them things get a little bit soft. And look at this here. Now this is why old Chef Fo said he go an hour. And I see everything done here. Everything done. The gravy done got a little bit thicker, but I did let it roll a few more minutes, about 10 more minutes with the top off. The potatoes done helped that thing thicken up, and then I was through after that. So all together, I cooked this here probably anywhere from about 50 minutes to an hour. Full of flavor, baby. Season the taste. Remember, add salt if you want more salt or more pepper sauce or heat or whatever you want to do. You got to make your own though, because y'all ain't getting nothing to eat. I love y'all, baby.